Okay, third time's a charm. This should be working. I really hope it is. You know, let's see what happens here. Let's see. If it does work, hey guys, what's going on? I'm Dan96. Welcome to Prepared for the third time. I'm saying this now, so I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I actually hear myself in my stream, which means we are actually rolling. So we are on the ground right here in Nashville. We're getting ready to head on over to Pensacola, Florida, as Southwest Airlines Flight 3641. Anyway, so we're here in November 8641 Bravo. I haven't done anything. It's been kind of crummy right now in Nashville. It's raining over there at the airport. Let's see if I get updated METAR. It says at the airport it's not raining, but thunderstorms in the vicinity. And as you can see, I mean, it's pretty well depicted. There are some pretty decent thunderstorms in the vicinity of the airport. So anyways, let's go ahead and let's do a few things here. Let's get the lights going. Hoping everyone's having a good evening. Got a nice new processor in my computer. I will go ahead and leave my stuff in the description with, or actually in my channel description, my PC specs, so that way you guys have it. Anyway, so everything's looking good right now. We are on the ground in Nashville. I got to get my flight plan out and everything, and we can start trying to figure out exactly, figure out exactly what we're doing here. So, anywho, let's take a look here. We're Southwest Airlines flight. I got all this set up here, so we're on the ground in Nashville. Heading over to Pensacola. This is a Southwest Airlines Flight 3647. We're departing runway 20 center. Current weather right now in Nashville. Winds are 350 at 5. Actually, we're going to be off at 2s due to that change. So I have to change that. But we'll be off of... what's our SID? Our SID is the Flame 3. I got to double check to see exactly which way that would actually come off here. The Flame 3 departure, we're going to be off of 2 right. So you go Flame 3, we're going to be off of 2 right on the Flame 3. So our Flame 3 flame direct to Vulcan. From Vulcan, we're direct to Pensy. And then from there, we will take... I'm expecting 2.6, so we can just do the RNAV 2.6. And we could do it... I'm going to keep that there so we can activate and execute that. Let's go ahead and figure out our fuel and payload. Our fuel today is going to be 14,000 pounds. Go ahead and set in 14,000 pounds. Payload zero fuel weight is 122.3. That'll give us, it's actually going to round it down to us for 122.2. Let me go ahead and make a quick note of that. Nathan, what's up, man? I am finally back and streaming. Finally, it took 3 tries, but we finally got it. Still kind of learning. I'm trying something new here. I'm doing a bunch of different stuff. As you can see, I actually have like a header to my video now, so you can kind of see where I'm going, what plane I'm using. And I'm going to be doing stuff with intros and outros to my videos, and it just took me a little bit to figure out exactly how to correctly configure the audio tracks. I thought it was working because I was doing test recordings of it, and for some reason, it just, when it came time to stream it, did not work at all. So, anyways, but we are fixed, and we are up and running. 136.2, let's go ahead. We got 14,000 pounds in the fuel, and zero fuel weight's 122.2. Got 5 in the reserves. Cost index 40. Nope, we want 40. Let's go ahead and lock that, by the way. We're cruising at 36,000 feet this evening on our way down to Pensacola. Cruise wind's going to be 249 at 46. And we have a nice deviation of plus 12. N1, we'll do a 22K D rate, we'll say 50. For that, that looks good enough for me. We're going to do a flap 5 departure. I didn't get a chance to do the CGL cheat with 23.4531 on the trim. And that'll give me 138, 139, 141. Works for me. We'll go ahead and set in 161 here on the MCP. We can also go ahead and set in auto brakes RTO 161 on the MCP. And looking at our SID here, climbing out top altitude 4,000 feet. We're going to set that there. There's 4,000. Everything's looking good there. Runway heading is going to be 21. We are off the 2s right now. The current wind is 350 at 5, so we'll be off the 2s. And the other thing I need to set up, I realized, is vPilot, so we will get to that in just a second. I will click off the video. The sound will sound a little off for just a few seconds here while I get vPilot all set up and going. 121, correction, 021, 021. Let's go ahead and get vPilot. Alright. We got vPilot coming up here. Let's see, I'm going to connect as Southwest Airlines Flight 3647. We're B738. And boom. Southwest 3647. We are connected. I know the flight is about an hour and 10 minutes. So we'll be streaming for the usual hour and a half is what it's going to be. So coming down here, I see Indy Center's on. Other than that, I don't see anybody else really. So unfortunately, that's all I see right now, which is okay. I'm going to go set 122.8 in the radios. That way that's all taken care of and switched over. Anyways, really loving the new computer. I kind of put in a new CPU. It's a Intel i7 4790K, I believe. Let me double check that. I actually don't know what it is. Yeah, it's an Intel i7 4790K, and it is, I love it. It's at 4.0 gigahertz. I don't have the motherboard right now to overclock it to 4.4, but I will eventually. And when I get that, I will definitely overclock it to 4.4 because I think it's absolutely spectacular and awesome CPU. So we can go ahead and get this stuff ready to go, get the overhead all situated here. Due to the fact that I am so late, I'm just going to go ahead and get ready to start the APU right now. And I'm going to do it. Turn on the window heat. That can go there. Those can go off. That can go off. Cruising at 36,000 feet. And landing altitude in Pensacola is going to be 100. There it is. We got 100 set in there. The logo and wheel well light on. We can go ahead and turn that on there. We'll go ahead and check out the outside here. I do have Mega Scenery Earth, Tennessee, and Florida running. So we're going to see Mega Scenery Earth, Florida, and Tennessee, which looks absolutely great. I also have Nuvecta, is a company that goes ahead and puts in AutoGen on top of all this stuff here. So now we have AutoGen on top of photoreal scenery, which looks absolutely awesome. Nate, I'm going to be doing V4 as soon as the NGX comes out for it and other aircraft. The thing that does suck about V4 is because it's a 64-bit program, there's a lot of add-ons that are not compatible unless the developer would actually go through and rewrite the code for it. So unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to be able to be doing a bunch of V4 stuff because I like doing my ERJs, E145s, E175s, and unfortunately, those planes are not going to work in V4 unless Wilco or Field Air actually goes ahead and updates their planes. So unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to use those, so that is why I still have V3 installed, and I'll probably still be an active V3 user until they come out with fixes for some of these aircraft that just are not able to do 64-bit operations. Anyway, we have that set up there. The overhead's looking good. APU is good. We'll go ahead and take that, and we'll switch those over. Everything's looking good there. We'll go ahead and set the parking brakes. Our trim today is going to be 531. Go ahead and set that in here to 531. Alright, that's set there. Everything's looking good. Taxi into 2 right. It's going to be a pretty quick departure. We're going to push back. We're going to go straight back out of this gate, and 2 right is all the way over here, so we'll just push back and go straight down to 2 right. I'm using Ultimate Traffic Live with an airline density of 60%. To me, this is pretty decent for streaming. When I do not stream, I run it at 100, but for streaming purposes, it is down to 60%. Anyways, everything is, I think we're pretty much ready to go. This was a pretty quick turn. I wanted to get it going so we could get out of here and get this flight underway. All that's looking good. So let's go ahead and disconnect all the ground stuff, and we will get out of here. We can go ahead and FS actions, ground connections. We can close out that. We can shut the doors. Well, that's looking good. Let's go ahead and call GSX over, and we will get a pushback out of here. We're going to be pushing straight back in Nashville. They do not, Southwest Airlines, to get going. So that is their way of just getting out of here. So it's going to be a straight pushback. Not going to start the engines before pushback. GSX is on their way over now to push us out of Nashville for Pensacola. Everything is looking good. Hoping we get some more people in here today. It's been a long time since we've streamed, so you know, I'm hoping some people still remember that I'm around and that I am streaming. Got this guy coming over. He's going to go ahead and take care of us. GSX is set up to be coming out of my speakers, and since I have that disabled, I'm probably not going to be able to hear the GSX people, so I'm just going to kind of have to go off of what I'm watching them do here. They should be coming over to take care of all this stuff. Everything's removed and the doors are closed, so they should be coming over here in just a second. Releasing and resetting the parking brake. Don't know why this guy's having such a problem coming over here. Gonna have GSX set up on the other, I just have it set up on the other audio system on my computer, so I don't hear them, and if they're gonna be stupid like this, which it sounds like they are, I'm just gonna go ahead and just omit GSX and do it on my own. Yeah, they're gonna be retarded, so let's go ahead and abort it, and we will just release the parking brakes, and away we go. 0043, we'll go ahead and start the clock on the first officer's side, and let's go ahead and start number 2. Watching here, we got good N2 is coming up here. We got N1 rotation. It is starting. Things looking good. It's going to be a flap 5 departure out of here today. Waiting for 25% N2, then we can go ahead and introduce fuel into the engine. 24 and 25. There goes the fuel. Watching, making sure everything is going as it should be. Which it is. N2's coming up, BGT's coming up, N1's coming up, oil pressure is rising, oil temp is staying pretty decent, and the oil quantity is good. No fan vibrations just yet. Go ahead and stop the pushback here. Go ahead and set the parking brakes. And we're waiting here for number 2 to come up here. It should be coming up just momentarily. Alright. There is engine number 1. Everything's looking good. Let's go ahead and start number... Correction, there's number 2. Let's go ahead and start number 1. Again, N2, everything is rising quite nicely. 22, 23, 24, and 25. Go ahead, introducing field and engine number 1. And engine number 1 is coming up here for us. Everything's looking good. Do let me know how the audio sounds, guys. If it is off, let me know. If you can't hear the plane, tell me. I can turn it up. If the plane's too loud, I can turn it down. Let me know. It's really difficult for me to tell how the audio is because I can't listen to the stream, unfortunately. So do, like I said, always let me know. That way I can make it the best experience for you guys. 56 is started cut out. We're going to wait for the EGT to roll back here. And there's the rollback. Go ahead, turn on both generators, set flaps 5. We're going to flap 5 departure, turn those on. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Trim air, everything's looking good there. We can go ahead and turn off our wheel well light. Both of those are on continuous. Taxi light is going to go on. We can go ahead and squawk 2200 for VATSIM. Turn on our Turn on our transponder. Everything's looking good. We're squawking mode Charlie. Let's go out to runway 2 right. Parking brakes released, and we're going. Hope everyone had a good week, had a good 4th of July. I had a great 4th of July. It was nice to hang out with family and do some stuff with them, so hope all you guys had a good 4th of July. Let me know what you did for the 4th of July. I'd be interested. Make some conversation here as we're on our way over to Pensacola this evening. I know we'll be talking about V4. That'll definitely be something on the agenda and what I'll be doing with V4. Taxi out here, make a little left here. We're going to go out via Tango 6. Take Tango 6 over to Lima. Take Lima down to Hotel. And it'll take Hotel all the way down to the end 2 right. Flaps are set, everything's looking real nice. Make the left here onto Lima. We're going to go over the bridges here over Donaldson Pike. It's pretty cool watching a plane taxi across the bridge when you're driving down Donaldson Pike here in Nashville. It's so cool going down Donaldson Pike, watching a 300 come across the bridge. It was so awesome. That was back in the day when Southwest had 300s with no winglets. I remember seeing one of those. There's Southwest rotating. Don't know where he's going, but somewhere away from here. And we are on our way down to 2 right. Should be in the air in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And a Flame 3 departure. Flame transition. It's a pretty straight shot all the way down to Pensacola. Go ahead and let the flight attendants know that we're ready for departure up here. Alright. Now it's when Southwest, if I had independent thrust levers, I'd go ahead and check the thrust in both. Make sure we don't get a takeoff warning horn there. So I checked the thrust there. We didn't get any master caution lights, no takeoff config warning horn, so we're ready to go. Everything is the way it needs to be before we depart. Alright, let's go ahead and get our lights on. Since there's nobody on ATC, we're not going to have anyone to talk to. So, check and make sure there's nobody on. And yeah, nobody's on. Just Indy Center. But they are not controlling our airspace, so we are ready to go. Nobody on the approach end. Let's go ahead and get on our way to... over to Pensacola, Florida. Verified it is to right. And set takeoff thrust. Thrust is set. That's... You're up. It's 400 feet, LNAV. LNAV has us tracking the runway here. 1,000 feet, we'll go VNAV. VNAV. Let's go ahead and go direct to Cougar. Pitching down a little bit here to about 10 degrees so we can get the flaps up. Waiting here until we get to about 200 knots, and then we go ahead and select the flaps to up. Close enough for me, flaps up. Brakes off, landing gear off. Take care of those bad boys. We are on our way out of here. Beautiful evening in Nashville. Don't get me wrong, there's some weather around, and you can definitely see that. We'll go ahead and say we are cleared up to a much higher altitude. I'll just set that in for now. There's that weather. There are those storms. That's to 4,000. Oh, nice. Nice. Nice, nice. It's the only reason I fucking hate OBS is it does that stupid shit. Alright, we can roll out on course now. Go ahead and we can engage Command A. Alright. And we are on our way out. We're heading out to Pensacola. Lovely bumpy evening right now in Nashville. Climbed out. There are some storms around Nashville. I did see on the weather radar before we left. The real world radar. And looks like we're dodging them here on our way down to Cougar. Be up to 36,000 feet this flight. It's on 36,000 feet. That's looking good. The airport and terrain on his side. We'll zoom out. And there you go, flying through some rain this evening. So how are you guys? Guys, thanks for coming around and enjoying the evening with me here on our way down to Pensacola. It should only be about an hour. It's not that long of a flight down to Pensacola. Sorry it took so many times to get working. Unfortunately, it just, you know, things, when you stream, sometimes those things happen and there's not much you can really do about it. So we are on our way out in here, coming through about 10,000 feet. Waiting to hit 10,000 feet, we can go ahead and let the flight attendants know there is 10,000 feet. Climb checklist, pressurization check, start switches off, AP's off. Looking good, climbing out the rest of the weather now for the flight, hopefully for a while. Should be back. There you go. Only took a couple fucking seconds. Anyways, what does vPilot want here? They want me Memphis 13365. Alright. Should be back now. Everything should be good to go. Kyler, nice to see you, man. Glad to have you back. I'm glad to be back. I got contact Memphis here. Memphis Center, good evening, Southwest 3647 with you, passing 13,700.
Hello, 3647, this is Captain Walk 1504.
$1504 for Southwest 3647.
Southwest 3647, contact 1000, approaching at 14,412 miles. Southwest of Smyrna Airport, welcome aboard, climate maintain flight level 360 on course.
Climb maintain flight level 360, Southwest 3647. Okay, we just got done talking to Memphis Center here. They cleared us up to 36,000 feet. They came online. Unfortunately, they came online now, and we kind of missed them, but they missed us for the departure, but they're online now, so we'll be listening to them, seeing if they have anything for us. I don't think our route of flight actually takes us... I don't think we're in Memphis Center that long. I don't think we're in Memphis's airspace for all that long. No, I mean, we're we're going to be leaving Memphis here in just a couple minutes. So unfortunately, we're not going to be in it for very long. I think we're going to get to like maybe Flame intersection, then we'll be off. But unfortunately, that is how it's going to be. So once we pass through 18,000 feet, we'll be 2992 on the altimeter once they hand us over to Unicom on 122.8. Once I leave their airspace, we'll go ahead and get some nice outside views, and hoping we get some more people in here so we can have a nice chat. Climbing up here. Here we go to 18,000 feet. 18,000 feet, 2992 set. So this 2992, go ahead, take out all the rest of the lights. There you go, we're on our way over to Pensacola. We should be out of Memphis here in just a couple minutes. So anyways, definitely looking forward to actually streaming some V4 stuff. V4 is going to be the Aerosoft CRJ, the NGX, 777, 747, all that kind of stuff. Anything PMDG, CRJ, any newer aircraft that actually migrate over to V4 will be on the V4 platform for YouTube, and I will record V4. But for now, the NGX is unfortunately still on 3.4. Hopefully that should be out by next Tuesday. And then hopefully we can get some NGX stuff going. And will PMDG make a 737 MAX? Maybe, but it's going to take them a couple years to even release it. Because they are so concerned about making sure they produce an extremely high detail aircraft. It's going to take them years to come out with a MAX. So I'm sure they would like to do it. But it's going to be a couple years before we even get a MAX, a correct MAX. In Prepared, at least from PMDG. That's another aircraft too. I really want to do the 787. That'll be a nice aircraft once Quality Wings actually releases that thing. God knows when that's going to be. Same thing with the Aerosoft CRJ. And God knows when they're going to release that stuff. It's been so long. Been waiting for the CRJ for God knows how many years. So that stuff is going to be V4. The V3 stuff, again, is going to be like the ERJ 145, the E175, that kind of stuff. I did get an E175 that I'm going to be flying here, that I'm going to do a stream with, hopefully soon. And that's going to be on V3.4 just because the coding for all that aircraft is 32-bit, and there's no way to get it over to 64-bit as of now. As of what I know right now, there's no way to get it to 64-bit, unfortunately. So we're going to be on V3 for that kind of stuff, and V4 is going to be the newer aircraft and all that kind of stuff here. I'm surprised I'm still on Memphis Center. I'm going to be leaving his airspace pretty soon, I think. That's the end of Tennessee right there. You can see where all that ends off, and Memphis Center should be ending right around here. So we'll be over to Unicom here in just a couple minutes. Again, once I go over to Unicom, we'll get some nice outside shots, and should be a pretty quick cruise all the way down to Pensacola this evening. Should not be bad at all. Passing through 24,000 feet. Unfortunately, I am in an 800, and this thing climbs like a bitch. It takes a long time to get this thing up to cruising altitude, so at least from what I'm used to flying the 700. Flying the 900 and this thing is even worse. But the 700 is definitely what I know, the aircraft that I fly a lot. And this thing does not climb like the 700 in any way, shape, or form, even when there's not a lot of people on board. It does not climb. The climb performance on this aircraft is not nearly what it's like on the 700. So again, we should be leaving Memphis Center here in just a couple minutes. I'm going to get handed off so I can do some outside views, and again, taking your guys' questions or whatever you want to talk about in the comments. Definitely do your best to well, you don't have to do your best, but if you've got anything you want to talk about or any questions or anything like that, definitely drop it in the comments, and I'll be happy to talk about it with you. I've got a lot of time to kill here on our way down to Pensacola, so I plan on making sure that I talk throughout the entire stream to keep everybody entertained and keeping it hopefully somewhat informative for you guys. Oh, the A319. I didn't I think I flew a 320 was the one stream I did. I'm pretty sure it was a 320, so I've not... As far as I knew, the 319 and 320 also don't climb as well as I'm used to. Again, I'm really used to flying the 737-700, and that thing climbs like a rocket, so anything that doesn't climb like a rocket is going to be kind of strange to me. But the A319 climbs like a bitch. Gotcha. That's... Again, I don't feel like Airbus. I feel like Airbus is just kind of lacking in the whole climb performance of their aircraft category. I don't like Airbus, so that's easy for me to say, but, you know, I'll take my 737-700 any day. But yeah, as soon as the NGX comes out for V4, I'm going to do a stream with that. So it might be 2 NGX streams back to back, but I will definitely switch it up a little bit here and get some other aircraft in here, like the E145, E175. Hopefully the CRJ whenever that comes out. And that kind of thing. So I don't know how the CRJ 700 is going to climb. I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to that plane, considering it doesn't really have much of an... It has an auto throttle, but it kind of doesn't at the same time. So I'm looking forward to kind of learning the nuances of that aircraft. That should be an absolutely fun aircraft to fly. A lot of awesome routes. Like today, I just saw a Delta CRJ 700 doing Raleigh, Cleveland. I'm like, that's such a cool route. It's like it's a little over an hour, perfect routing. Just the time and everything is spot on for it. So I'm really looking forward to maybe flying the CRJ and flying that routing with it. And yes, the 700 is totally a beast. My favorite aircraft. That's when I see Southwest deferring a bunch of their 700s to 800s. I literally want to go cry in the corner, but oh well, you can't win them all. I'm hoping with the Max it'll be a little bit better. I'm hoping they learn their lesson and actually create an aircraft and put the correct engines on the thing so it actually doesn't climb like a potato. I heard Memphis Center come on for a second. Huh. I'm assuming he's going to be handing me off here. Anyways, we're coming up to our top of climb here. Again, we're at 36,000 feet, which is for an 800 pretty high on such a short flight, so... we're almost a Vulcan VOR. Let me see here if I can go ahead and plop this into my EFB here. Again, I'm planning on taking the RNAV 2.6 because the winds are kind of favoring 2.6, so I'm probably going to end up doing that. There's Flame. We're on our way down to Vulcan right now. Cross Flame, we're definitely not in Memphis airspace anymore. We should be in Atlanta. But I think he's keeping me on because we're so close. He's just going to keep me on pretty much all the way almost to like Vulcan VOR. Then he'll probably hand me off. We'll see. We will see what happens. My stream definitely seems to be a better quality. The frame rate wise and everything definitely seems to be much better than it was before. You know, I've been working. I spent quite a bit of money. Spent over $500 on updating my computer and getting better parts in there. So everything should be able to go through here without a hitch, and hopefully you guys see something without any problems. Let's put it that way. So coming up here, past the 30,400 feet. Let's see. I'm gonna head out to the outside view here now, because why not? Watching us as we climb away out of Nashville. Beautiful evening for a flight. Should be nighttime by the time we do arrive in Pensacola. Nate, the yoke I recommend, I mean, I've had the SATEC yoke. I've had it for years. I got it when I was still in grade school, and I'm in college now.
Bear 991 Nashville, altimeter 3004, expect visual approach runway 2 center.
Visual 2 center, very nice. I've had the SATEC yoke since I was in grade school, and like I said, I'm in college now. So it's held up pretty well. I mean, I've taken care of it, so it works really, really well. I recommend that one. It depends how much money you want to spend. Nate, for you, I know you probably don't want to go crazy with the yoke, so probably the SATEC yoke is definitely the way to go. Unfortunately, it does have a little bit of a middle detent problem, but You know, I mean, it's unless you want to spend an absurdly amount of money on a yoke, you're going to get that. So I recommend the SXAD yoke. Like I said, I've used mine for years, and it's never let me down. It's squeaky. You'll hear it when I'm on approach. You'll hear this damn thing squeaking on the stream. There's really no way for me to, like, fix it. You know, that's the only problem with it, and that just comes from it being so many years old. I mean, so definitely now the SXAD yoke, their throttle quadrants, I've gone through. I'm on my third throttle quadrant now already. The first one I kind of broke.
3647, leave my airspace, only off my leader service, terminate, change faster for the next spot. We'll see you next time we head into the city.
We'll see you. Have a spectacular evening, Southwest 3647. Alright. He just handed me off, so we are off now on Unicom, so we don't need to talk to anybody anymore, which is nice. I can kind of relax and not have to be trying to listen to the frequency while I'm talking and taking comments and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely SXAD yoke is definitely what I recommend. Like I said, I'm gonna leave a whole specs thing in my channel here coming up here in just a couple minutes. Once I finish the stream, I'm gonna go and set that all up. I'm gonna leave everything, all my hardware, everything I use will all be in there, so you can see it and you'll know exactly what I use and all that kind of stuff. So definitely gonna do that for you guys. That way you guys have all of that, and it's no problem. And you know, if you need anything, you can just reference that, and it'll be the updated specs with my i7 and my GTX 1060. I definitely want to go to a GTX 1080, but maybe one of these days. First thing I need is a better motherboard. I have a pretty basic kind of starter motherboard, and it works, but I can't overclock my CPU. This thing can be overclocked to 4.4 gigahertz. I definitely want to overclock to 4.4, but unfortunately I can't with the motherboard I have right now. So new motherboard is definitely in the works, and once I do that, I mean, I should be. The only thing that I need to fix, I hate my internet. It is absolutely horrid. I need to fix the internet badly because I get these stupid ass random times where it just lags out for no reason at all, like it is doing right now, and it makes me, I want to punch a baby in the face when I see that. Absolutely no rhyme or reason for it doing that. It shouldn't be doing it in the first place. So that'll be one of the things I spend money on, is getting a really good router and modem, and being able to hardwire it to my computer so I'm connected right to the router and I don't have any issues. That is definitely going to be one of the first things I do, and I'm probably going to take care of it. I'm going to start looking at stuff after this stream because I'm getting tired of it. This is ridiculous. Jeff Faviano. Jeff uses the Yoko the Yoke. If I remember correctly, I think it's Yoko the Yoke. It's like $1,000. It's pretty crazy. But he uses Yoko the Yoke. You can look at it, but like I said, it's a pretty ridiculous yoke. It's extremely expensive. It's very good, but it is ridiculously expensive. So you go check it out. It is Yoko the Yoke. I think it's Y-O-K-O. Yoko. That's what he uses, and like I said, it's very good. It's weighted and everything, so it probably feels really, really, really good. But I'm not spending $1,000 on a yoke. No thanks. And I've also been working on some other stuff. I'm hoping you guys like the little banner thing I was able to put up at the top, so you guys can see what flight we're doing and that kind of stuff. I'm also hoping to do something, so as comments come in, the comments might be able to come up on the screen and that kind of stuff. I am thinking about going over to just streaming on Twitch in general. I think Twitch is a better platform to stream on, so I definitely think I'm going to be doing that pretty soon here. I think I'm going to be going over to Twitch. I might even try a Twitch stream tomorrow, just to see how it goes and to see how much I like it. I've been working on my Twitch page. My Twitch page is thatguydan96_official. Someone took thatguydan96, so I unfortunately had to do the whole _official garbage. But it is over there, so it is up and available for you to check out. I don't have any videos on there. I haven't streamed on there yet, but the page is active. So anyways, you can check it out there, and like I said, I think I'm gonna go over to Twitch just to see how it is. YouTube's not bad, but I think there's a lot more stuff to do on Twitch, so Definitely looking forward to streaming on there. We're getting pretty close to Vulcan VOR. Our top of descent here is coming up in just 13 minutes. We'll be on our way down to Pensacola here in just a couple minutes. Gonna try and find some other stuff to talk about here. Pensacola, both airport sceneries today too are by SXAD. I really like the guy. He's a pretty nice guy. I've talked with him a couple times, and he does put a lot of work into his sceneries. They're not the best thing. It's not flight beam quality, but it's definitely they're definitely really good if you want to check them out. Again, it's SXAD. You check him out. He does Nashville. He did Block Island, Rhode Island, and he did some other random stuff too. So he has other sceneries other than Nashville and Pensacola. You can go ahead and check him out. I know he's working at Birmingham, so yes, Time Warner Cable absolutely fucking sucks. It's charter. They're like a charter company. Fuck them. It is so awful. It is so bad. It's not even funny. I mean, you can tell. Here's the stream, and it just fucking drops every now and then. I don't understand why. I can hold a stream fine, and all of a sudden for 5 seconds, it just fucking drops itself. Makes no sense. Let's see. We're gonna be RNAV approach course 260. I know I don't need this course thing for my for RNAVs. Obviously, it's only for radio-based stuff. But I like putting it in just so I know I have it on the side, so I know exactly what my approach course is. But I should be in towards the runway. So 260. Let's check the current weather in Pensacola. Current weather is 210 at 5, 10 statute miles. With it being 210, I mean, I guess I could take 17, but 26 will be a much quicker taxi. I can just land and taxi off on taxiway Alpha and go straight up. So I'm going to take 26. That'll be a quicker taxi for me, and it'll be just better, better in general. Crossing over Vulcan here at flight level 360. I wasn't losing power. I didn't lose. I mean, I may have. I may not have been home, but I didn't have that. We're up here at flight level 360. Here comes our top of descent. It's coming on the page here. So we should be on our way down here. I'm hoping I can do the 717. I don't know. I definitely am going to be going back to trying to recording some videos because I just think that'll be better in general, being able to record videos and put those up versus a stream where I get these stupid dropped fucking frames and everything. So I'm definitely thinking about going over to recording and doing some more stuff on the recording side. I'm going to try to do a stream and a recording a week. We'll see. I am starting next Wednesday. I'm finally starting my job at Envoy Air. Finally. So, you know. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know I rant on it. Every stream I'm somehow ranting about something. It's usually the internet. It's usually the sucky fucking internet that Time Warner Cable / Spectrum / fucking Charter, whoever it is, whoever runs my fucking internet blows donkey cock, and you know, this is what I get. So yeah, I'm always somehow ranting about the streams and stuff. So anyways, I have not taken instrument courses yet. I literally just have no money. I literally have no money. You know, so anyways, but yeah, I'm starting my job at Envoy next Wednesday. Really looking forward to it, being a ramp agent over in Cleveland. So hopefully I can get some really cool videos, some stuff. Yes, Spectrum Internet is legitimately autism. So hopefully I can get some really awesome videos from the ramp. That would be really awesome. I'd love to have some like real-world aviation ramp videos and just giving you guys a look into what a ramper does every day. And it's kind of, I mean, you guys know what a ramper does, but kind of getting it from my perspective. I'm really looking forward to doing it. I don't know how Envoy is with their recording stuff. I don't know if they're gonna let me take a GoPro in there. I don't know if, we'll see. Worst comes to worst, you can check on my Instagram. That Guy Dan 96 over on Instagram, and I will have some really awesome shots from the ramp with my camera and everything. So definitely you can check it out there. And you know, but I'd really love to do some ramp videos. I think that would be really cool. Loading up an E145, pushing it back, and wing walking. Doing some wing walking stuff would be really cool to get on camera. So we'll see how it goes. I have 2 GoPros that have been sitting idle for like a year and a half, and I'll be on the ramp. My first day, my start day is July 12th, next Wednesday. I'm not going to be working the ramp that day because I haven't gone to training yet. I'm assuming I'm going to get all those dates that day, and then I'll be able to, you know my exact start date for on the ramp. I'm definitely going to do some stuff at training. I'm going to take videos so you guys can share the journey with me to becoming a ramper. So I'm definitely going to do that for you guys. They're probably going to send me down to Dallas-Fort Worth, so there'll be videos of me going down to Dallas-Fort Worth. I'll probably do some vlogging down there too. I'll try that out. I've never vlogged before, but I'll try that out and see how it goes, and you know, just get the perspective of what it's like working on the ramp and getting the ramp job. So really looking forward to that. I do hope to be doing some real world flying stuff coming soon again. I've been saving up a crap ton of money. I just don't have enough yet to really dive into it. I want to have it to where I have a couple, where I have a pretty good, I have a lot of cash set aside, so I can just go give them like $3,000 and just work off of it. And I don't have to worry about spending $150 every time I go up for an hour. I hated doing that. I hated swiping my credit card every single time I went flying for $150. That was awful. So I've really been working a lot of hours and saving up a lot of money and stuff like that. So hopefully we can make those real world videos come back. I really enjoyed doing them, and I definitely do miss doing them. I miss doing them. So the 14th, I'm probably not going to be there. I mean, I can come up and watch your departure, Nate, so let me know, you know, when you're flying and all that kind of stuff, and I'd be more than happy to come catch your departure. And I can see my headset is getting low on battery, of course, so I need to plug in the headset real quick and make sure it doesn't die on me, because that would not be good. You guys wouldn't know anything, but I would definitely, immediately wouldn't be able to hear anything anymore. So give me 1 second. I gotta go plug in a USB real quick, and this way my headset doesn't die. And it is, it's $150 total. It's like 70 for the, well, it's like 60 for the aircraft and like 80 for the instructor. So that's it does come out to be about $150. And I mean, you know, I mean, it is what it is, and whatever, but yeah, it's about $150 for an hour in the Cessna 152. I mean, that's in a crappy 152. If I wanted to fly like a 172, it'd be more like 170 to $180. So yes, thank you. All right, now my headset is charging. So that's one thing. I love this I have a Corsair. The hell is it? It's a Corsair Bluetooth headset. Absolutely awesome, but the thing that sucks is I always forget to charge the fucking thing because I'm an idiot, and there'll be times like right now in a stream that it just starts telling me, hey, you're getting low on battery, so I gotta go down and plug in a stupid USB and get it all set up. But let's see, what is it doing now? Oh, nothing's going on, just my headset turned off. Ain't that lovely? Okay, headset's back on. Man alive, it is so freaking hot in my room, it's not even funny. I really wish I could turn on the fan right now, but I can't because you would just hear it and it would be the most annoying thing ever in the stream. So I'm definitely not going to do that to you guys and make you guys have to listen to it. Hoping to also get a new microphone. That is something else I want to get. Just so it, you know, you guys can actually hear me correctly, and you don't have all this outside noise coming in. And but again, a really good microphone is like $200, so that is something that sucks with it, having to spend, you know, more couple other $100 on a microphone and stuff like that. So, anyways, actually, I just realized off my RNAV I can do it off of Pensy. Looking at the chart here, so I'm going to take the RNAV 2.6 Pensy transition. Alright, top of descent in 2 minutes. Now everything will be hooked up very nicely. We can fly right in and to a runway 26. Approach runway 26 does have a localizer. It's 110.95. I'm going to go ahead and set that up. 110.95. Alright, we got 110.95. And the approach course is 257. So I'll at least have a localizer. I can use Vorlock at least to get myself lined up with the runway, which will be nice. And, but again, we are going to be using the RNAV approach. I'll just be using the localizer as my backup, per se, for lateral navigation. And the decision altitude is 314. So I'm going to go set that in the barometric altimeter. 314, a flap 30 VREF is going to be 141 today. Hopefully my landings are a lot better than what they were earlier today. I flew 2 flights. I flew Nashville to Austin and back, and I absolutely smashed the aircraft in. They were both just really bad landings, so I'm really hoping these will be a little bit better. We can go ahead and set lower here. We can just go ahead and set our lowest altitude of 1,700, mine as well. Before I forget, 1,700 is set. This is a beautiful evening. The sun has totally gone away, yet we can still somehow kind of see it, so. Beautiful evening. We are going to be approaching Florida. I do have Mega Scenery Earth Florida installed, so you will tell. You'll know when we're approaching Florida because you'll clearly see the state outline in the ground texture there. Again, I run Mega Scenery Earth, just Mega Scenery Earth Florida and Tennessee, and I'm also using to get AutoGen on it. There's a company, it's on Sim Market. You can look them up. They're called Nuvecta, Nuvecta, I think they are, and they add AutoGen on top of the Mega Scenery Earth photorail textures. So if you just use Mega Scenery Earth, the photorail textures, there's not going to be any AutoGen. It's going to be totally flat. Let's see. Here's some alternate traffic, live traffic. Let's see how close we get to them. This is going to be, well, we're going to go right underneath them. Look at this.
Maintain vertical speed. Maintain.
Gotta love Ultimate Traffic Live dumping that traffic in there. Hello, looks like American. Totally not legit, but, you know, oh well. There they go. Woo! Anyways. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. I don't know. If you guys want to hear what I was even talking about, let me know what it was in the comments, because I forget. I got too excited. There's that beautiful Time Warner cable internet. Goes from 1700 to 0 and back to 1700. Don't know how that works, but okay. The thing I don't understand though is I didn't have this problem when I would stream straight off of Elgato's software. Elgato's software never had any issues, and it would always say I had good stream health. However, if I use OBS, I somehow get this problem where I will lose frames. Doesn't make any sense to me, and I don't know why, but it does that, and I don't understand why. I don't know if that's an OBS thing. You know, don't get it, but it's whatever. It is whatever. I'll check the video out once we Once I finish it, may go on my channel, may not. I don't know. We'll see. Depends if it looks okay. So we're going to be in the RNAV 26. If we go missed approach, we'll literally just climb to 2,000 straight ahead. It's pretty simple missed approach procedure. We're going to be off of Pensacola VOR, or Pensacola intersection here, which is about 80 miles in front of me here. And then it'll just pretty much swing us around to land on runway 26. Let me see. I can do this now. Totally forgot. I'm beta testing NVIDIA's Navigraph. I'm beta testing their new charts. I guess you could say their Jeppesen charts. So I can actually pull this up for you here, and I can kind of show you what we're going to be doing, so you have a general idea of what's going on. For some reason, I cannot get the SimConnect thing to work in here. I don't know why. Don't understand what the issue is there, but I can get it to work here. So if I open up Pensacola, I'm also going to change it to night, so it doesn't blind your face when I move the charts over so you can see it. But I'll give you guys a quick briefing here of what we're going to do, because I have the charts now, which is pretty nice. Boom! Look at that, we got some Navigraph charts here, so I'm going to slide that away. So we're going to be in the RNAV 26 off of Pensacola here. We're going to go to Pensacola down, and we're going to shoot around for runway 26. The reason I took 26 was because it's a lot easier for me. 26, I can just taxi off on Alpha and go right up to one of the gates in here. I think we're going to gate 10, if I remember correctly, so it's easier if I just take 26 and turn off on Alpha versus 17, where I got to roll all the way out to Alpha 5 probably in an 800, and then I'll taxi all the way back. So it'll be easier just to take 26, taxi up the Alpha 7 to gate 10. So that's the plan. Let's see if I can get the let me see if I can pull open this thing here. Oh. Come on, load this up here. Load it in. There we go. And I wish, too, for some reason it's not pulling up my routing or anything. I think because it's still in beta, so it doesn't have waypoints or anything plugged in. It'll be nice to actually have this so I can show you guys where I'm going to be, flying that day. You can see here is Nashville over here. Pretty sure, yep, this is Nashville. We took off, we went to Vulcan VOR, VUZ, wherever that is, which is somewhere in here. Now, this is probably it right here, right? Assuming this is it. Something like that. Then we're on our way down here. Let's see, where is Pensacola? Pensacola's right here. Pensie's right here. So we're coming in from the north here, going south. Hit Pensie, and then we'll just flip it around, and we'll come over to land on runway 26 in Pensacola. Again, Pensie's somewhere over here. I think we can do a low altitude en route chart. And yep, there's Pensacola intersection right here. So we're gonna take Pensacola. We're gonna come on over, and then we will come around and land on 26 into Pensacola. So that'll be the routing today. Again, I really do like these charts. I love them. I love Jeppesen charts. They're way better than any other charts that are out there. So definitely liking them. And again, we'll be on 26, and it'll be a quick taxi in the RNAV GPS 26 into Pensacola. So the backup approach I'm using is a localizer 26, so 257. I'm not using the MDA, I'm just using 110.95 and 257 on the course to have that lateral part of the navigation all taken care of for me. So anyways, that's that. I really do wish this would work, but for some reason it's not going to be, it could not connect to sim. So I don't know why, but that's what we're going to be doing. RJ Stone, hello sir, how are you? Hope you're having a good night. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Nice to see you here. We're on our way into Pensacola today from Nashville, so we're just started the descent, and we should be on the ground in Pensacola in just maybe 15 minutes or so. Shouldn't be too long from now. So again, we do have a lowest altitude of 1,700 feet set, and but anyways, that's what I'm looking at on my EFB. I'm looking at those charts that I had in front of you. So, and that's one of the things I really did love about the new Navigraph charts they incorporated in the nighttime mode. That's really nice. I don't know. I know the charts they had before. I think the Navigraph charts before, I think, were Lido, and I don't think they had any nighttime stuff. So definitely really loving the nighttime mode with the new Navigraph charts, new Jeppesen Navigraph charts. Coming up here to Pensacola. Shouldn't be too long before we're on the ground. We are in an 800, so gonna need to keep the power in a little bit more on approach. Not, not what I'm used to in the 700 at least. And Kyla, that's pretty awesome. Did Houston, Harlingen, Austin, Corpus Christi. That's a really cool routing. Really wish there was a good 300. Quality Wings who actually dropped their 300 now. They can go fuck themselves hardcore because they dropped their 300 project. So whatever. Would have loved to do some Texas hops in the 300, but of course I can't because they just absolutely destroyed their they're not releasing their 300. So, oh well, I did find someone released, I think it was the 50 North 737 300 model, made it actually usable and prepared. So I'm looking at trying to merge the Wilco cockpit into that aircraft. I mean, it's going okay. It's not going well. It's okay. For some reason, the Wilco cockpit's all screwed up and it doesn't work the way I want it to. So, I don't know what the deal is there, but I'm working on it. So hopefully, if I do fix it, I will let everyone know how to get the Wilco cockpit in that 50 North model there. But yeah, no, I want a 300 too. But no, Quality Wings is like, nah, no, you're not going to get that because, whatever. It's whatever. They've been working at, they were given a freaking done model. They could have taken, they literally, all they had to do is take the 50 North model, retexture it, and put a VC in it. And they apparently couldn't do that. And that was apparently too much to ask. Never understand why, but, whatever. Passing through, current altimeter is 3009. I'll give you guys a little bit of weather update for Pensacola. Winds are 21 at 5, 10 statute miles, clear skies, temperature 29, which is 84 degrees, and a dew point of 23. Altimeter 3009er. We've got that set up here. Yeah, the 50 North was a good model. Like I said, I do have the 50 North model. Someone converted it to an FSX model, so I'm able to merge in an FSX VC. But for some reason, the textures are not working in the Wilco VC. I don't know why, but the textures are just not working, and I don't understand why, because all the texture files are in the folder. So there's got to be something somewhere that's telling it to go elsewhere for a texture file that it cannot find. So I think that's the problem. I spent a couple days looking at it. I still can't get it, but I don't know. Maybe one of these days I will. Maybe one of these days I'll just figure out what I'm doing wrong and fix it, and everything will be hunky-dory. We'll see. Approaching Pensacola here. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and get some spoilers out. Let's see, we're kind of up to 290 knots, so we got some spoilers out right now, helping us get down and slow down. Nice outside shot for you there. We can go ahead and put the spoilers back in now. Got to slow down enough to where we don't need them anymore. Coming through 12,000 feet. Go ahead and... I think I forgot to turn on the fastest. No, that's on. Go ahead and set up the landing lights. Southwest is at 18. I kind of forgot about it. I was too busy ranting on about Quality Wings. I'm always ranting about something in my streams. If it's not my retarded internet, it's, the Aerosoft CRJ taking way too long, or the Quality Wings 737/787, where I don't know where the fuck that plane is. They showed that plane off at Flight SimCon like a year and a half ago. It's still not out, so I don't know what they're doing there. From what I've heard with the Aerosoft CRJ, they're kind of working on something with VNav's not working or something, and they are literally wasting their time trying to do exterior lighting, the whole dynamic lights in V4. Like, Jesus Christ, guys, just release the fucking plane already. Just fix VNav, fucks the lights, release the damn thing, let me fly it, then you can do the fucking lights in like an update in like 5 days after it comes out. But Jesus Christ, you know, not asking that much. Coming up here, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. I'm gonna go direct to Liar. There we go. Plane's gonna be slowing back to 240 knots. I'm gonna extend the speed brakes again just to help get us slowed down here. You know, I would have to say, the Wilco, the Field there, again, it's not Wilco, Field there did all these planes. The Field there did any of the good planes, like the E145, the E175. I got a mod that updates the E175 cockpit textures and makes them like HD. I haven't installed it yet, and I don't know how it looks. But I would have to say, I did fly the Field there E175 for a flight. I did Charlotte, Cleveland, and it was actually a decent aircraft. It was actually decent. I didn't mind it. So I would definitely... I'm going to be streaming with that aircraft. That's actually going to be one of my next flights. I think it's going to be in the E175. Because I enjoyed it. It's not the best thing ever, and it's not a PMDG quality aircraft, but at the same time, simulation-wise, it's not bad at all, and it actually does a pretty decent job of, from what I can tell, simulating an E175. Yeah, the FMC, it's definitely weird. It took me a little bit to figure that out. I don't know if the real FMC is like that, or if that's like their kind of like crappy FMC. We'll see. Yeah, the FMC was definitely difficult to figure out. I have to say that was definitely one of the hardest things to grasp in that plane was the FMC. I mean, I got it programmed. It took me a lot longer than it should have, I feel, but I got it programmed, so I got that going for me. Coming here about 20 miles away from our approach here, and go ahead and put the speed brakes back in. Those are good. I'll open my window here. It's so hot. I went to go do that, and I literally knocked everything off. My Elgato, my external hard drive, everything literally came crashing down. I'm surprised it didn't kill the stream. My luck, I would have done that anyways. We're coming up here, like I said, just about 20 miles. Pensacola's just off our right here. Pensacola's gonna be right in there, just on the other side of this bay. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the E175. I definitely want to do a shorter flight. I'm thinking about doing something out of either Detroit or Minneapolis. I really want to do Minneapolis, but I don't like the routes the E175s do out of Minneapolis, because I'm either going to go to like Midway, which I do for Southwest already. So I don't know. I really want to do MSP, but I don't like the routes. I might do a 717 out of MSP. I might even do that. That may not be a bad idea. Quad-wing 757, let's see, the quad-wing 757, it's actually not too bad. I don't mind it. Again, but Captain Sim's, Captain Sim's not bad, so, anyways. At 250, 14 knots really isn't going to make that much of a difference. I'm not too concerned. We'll be there eventually, trust me. Getting up here. Of course, the dog has to fucking bark. Really? God forbid I can do a fucking stream without anything like this happening. Oh, and I fucking lose that. That's very nice. Alright. So yeah, I'm going to speed intervene here. Keep it at 240. That way it doesn't slow me down way too much. Let's go ahead and... vertical speed, that's fine. I'll maintain 1,400 feet a minute. happy with that because it's gonna try and level off, and I don't want it doing that. So I'm gonna keep it at 240 and doing 1400 free. Oh, definitely something I want to do to E175. I got quite a few requests to do this. I should do DFW to... Oh, what the fuck is it? It's in Arkansas. I forget. It's somewhere. It's like in Northwest Arkansas. I think it's called Northwest XNA. That's the name of the airport. Got to do DFW XNA. I got a couple requests to do that route, so I'm going to have to definitely do that next time. Now that I have an E175 that I can somewhat use, I'm going to do DFW XNA. That's definitely going to be a route coming up here at some point. Definitely have to do it. And Madison, Wisconsin, I'm pretty sure that is. So I'll definitely have to check out that Madison, Wisconsin scenery, see how it is. Comes through 4,000 here. I'm gonna line this up here for my approach if for some reason I were to need it. Sync that up there, 257. Right. 240 knots, we'll be down 1,700 feet there, which is good. HOM2, it has us at or above 2,200, but we'll just go down to 1,700 and YOLO it. We'll be okay. Drop the rest of the landing lights, everything's looking good there. Alright. Pretty happy, everything's looking really good. Let's start bringing it back now. I'm actually going to take the auto throttles out. Get the speed brakes open, start slowing down a little bit, because once we roll out, it's going to be about a 10-mile final. I definitely want to make sure, I'm slow enough. Coming up 1,700. Once I get to 1,700, speed brakes will go, and we'll drop flaps 5, and we'll go back to probably about 100 and... we'll do 190. Throw that back on. Alright, 300 feet to go. Alright, flaps 5. Alright, making the right turn here, coming into runway 26, we're going to be on about a 10-mile final. Flaps are dropping 5. I'm back to 190. Actually, we can do like, we'll do 205. 205 will work for me. Bring that in a little bit closer. Pensacola should be just off my, there it is, right there. There is Pensacola in all her glory. Now go back to 190 knots. And just before Hart, we'll go 15, gear down. Up here, 2.5 miles. Start taking out this stuff here because I know I'm not going to need it in a second. Gear down, flaps 15. Speed brakes are armed. We'll set this back to 141. Oops. And autopilot off. And flaps 30. Alright, pretty much everything's going to be visual from here on out. Yep, everything's out, so Looking good. I do at least have that localizer so I can keep myself laterally aligned with the runway. And everything's going to be just visual from here. I do have that PAPI, which is pretty nice. We got to do the before line checklist. Speed brakes, arms, green light. Landing it down 3 green. Flaps 30, green light. Landing checks complete. I'm going to do about 100 and... about 100... right around 150 coming in. Looking pretty good. The aircraft is definitely trimmed out nicely. Dropping just a tad below the glide slope. Again, I do apologize for any of the squeaking you're going to hear. Just what happens when you have a, like, 7-year-old yoke. Landing.
100, 50, 30, 10.
Knew I should have used auto brakes 3. I'm gonna miss Alpha. It's okay, we'll make the next turn off here. Welcome to Pensacola. Make the next turn off here on Bravo 2. And I had a feeling I was gonna need to use auto brakes 3. Kind of felt like I was gonna need to, but I don't know, I landed just a tad long anyway, so definitely used up some precious runway there. I was afraid to absolutely smash this one in again for like the 3rd time in a row today. Flaps up, speed brakes are coming down. Go ahead and turn off. Let's see, I'm going to make the right turn here. While I'm doing that, I'm going to attempt to get these lights set. Okay. Well, that's good. I can stop our clock. Remove that, and we're going to go over to gate 10. I know in the scenery the gates are a tad off in terms of gate numbers, so I'm going to find out what gate 10 is supposed to be in here, and we're going to go there. So we'll make the left turn here on Alpha. We'll take Alpha into Alpha 7. Gonna kill those two. Welcome to Pensacola. Was definitely an interesting way to come back. You know, my stream took 3 tries to actually fix it. I did figure out what the issue was. My mic just was on the wrong audio channel. Something as simple as that, I just couldn't figure it out. But hey, you live and you learn. Real world gate 10 is going to be gate 9. Is that 8? I think it's 8. Let's do gate 8. There's some broken frames, and there it is. Oops. There's the gate. Just gonna have to make the really hard turn left here. Alright. Guys tell me to go right, but I'm definitely on the line. So I'll just stop when you tell me to stop. There we go. Parking brakes are set. Engines are cut off. Everything's good there. We gotta turn those off. Off. Those can go there. Any collision lights can go off. Fasten seatbelt sign is off. All right. Let's go ahead and request deboarding. They're going to go ahead and take care of all that kind of stuff. Set this back. We landed with 7,800 pounds of fuel, which is always good, and we're here. Nobody died, which is always a good thing. I like when nobody dies. All that's good there. All right. Let's go ahead and check out the outside here. We have to open up the doors for the ground crew. Forgot about that. Sorry about that, guys. Open the doors for you. And let's connect some ground unit stuff. There we go. And come on. AP can go off. That can go off. That can go off. That can go off. All that's off. Beautiful. Should be deboarding here, which they are. Unfortunately, I do have it set up. GSX is on the wrong audio channel, so you don't hear it. And I don't hear it either. But I know they are deboarding because everything's coming up here. So anyways, thank you everyone for coming along with me. Flight down to Pensacola. I really enjoyed having you guys come along. And I will see you guys in the next stream. Hope you guys have a good evening. Have a safe one. I'm that guy Dan96, and have a spectacular day.